Welcoming to the red corner of the ring, Liam Conroy.
He's a good fighter, Liam Conroy, and what he showed in that brief challenge for the British title against George Buatsi is that he was absolutely fearless that night. He went and had a go at Buatsi, and I just sensed speaking to him this week that he's learned plenty from that. He said to me that he now knows how to deal with the pressure, how to deal with the occasion. He knows what it means, and he also knows that when they get up there, inside that ring, under the lights, it's only them two. Nothing else matters. It's only about fighting, and he is ready to do that tonight.
Welcoming to the blue corner of the ring, Stephen Ward.
He's the quiet man, but his fans are making plenty of noise tonight. They've come out in force, and look at the eyes, the look of determination of Stephen Ward. Big opportunity for him. He says that he's been waiting in the wings and just waiting for this challenge, and it is a serious challenge for him tonight. Barry and I saw him back in March here, and for 4 rounds he looked, I think, in this arena as good as I've seen him against Josip Perkovic, and then he wasn't quite able to build on that. He had a keep busy encounter a couple of months ago at York Hall as well. He's been keeping busy biding his time, and tonight opportunity knocks for the quiet man.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to that time of the evening. This is the main event of the evening. 10 rounds for the vacant WBO European Light Heavyweight title. This contest is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control, and our officials ringside are WBO Supervisor Esteban Coco Kovacs, Steward in charge John Williamson, and Area Representative Hugh Russell. Your referee at the bell, Mr. Steve Gray, and your timekeeper, Mr. Dale Elliott. Your 3 judges scoring the contest are, from England, Phil Edwards, from Hungary, Zoltan Anieti, and from Romania, Mihai Liu. And once again, to those in attendance and to those watching around the world on ESPN Plus and IFL TV, ladies and gentlemen, it's about to go down. If you are ready to see some championship action, make some noise. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he officially weighed in at 174.7 pounds. With a professional record of 17 wins, 9 by way of knockout, 4 losses, and 1 draw. Tonight wearing the white trunks, from Cumbria, England, please welcome Liam Conroy. And introducing his opponent across the ring in the blue corner, he officially weighed in at 174 pounds even, with a professional record of 11 wins, 4 by way of knockout, and no losses. Wearing the black and white trunks, from Belfast, Northern Ireland, please welcome Stephen, the Quiet Man, Ward. Referee Steve Gray will now give his final instructions to the boxers.
Okay, boys, if I go right, you stop punching, you take a step back. No punches around the back of the head. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck, lads.
Real sense of anticipation here at the Ulster Hall. Carl Frampton ringside, two-weight world champion over on the far side of the ring. Of course, gym mate, friend to Stephen Ward, here to lend his support.
Seconds out, round one.
And here we go. Martin Murray, of course, part of that setup over on that far side as well. Ward is energised by the opportunity. He's got the boxing skills, the amateur pedigree, of course.
And I think for me that's what he needs to concentrate on, is those boxing skills. Those hands got to be up nice and high. Certainly that left hand, because the right hand of Conroy is a fantastic shot.
Well, all his last half dozen wins, Conroy, have come by way of stoppage. And I think the thing that really impressed everyone was the way he went about the job against Buatsi too. He says he's learned so much from just that experience.
Well, it's a British title fight, but he's boxing a world level fight already in Buatsi, let's be honest. That's the unfortunate fact of that. You fight a British guy who's really already beyond that British title level.
Ward trying to get behind the long jab, trying to control the centre of the ring.
I know they've been working on Ward for throw less shots and get more purchase on every punch, and of course that's the right thing to do. But it's very important not to forget what's made you who you are, and that's obviously the boxing skills. And I do think the combination punches, so it's about getting the right blend for me. I don't think Ward's ever going to be a big puncher, but you just need to be able to punch hard enough to stop people from walking through you, and that's what he needs to focus on, rather than trying to blast people out of there and get caught against. Certainly, the last thing you want to do is go and punch for punch against someone like Conroy.
Yeah, Paddy, before the cameras started rolling down at Brentwood just a month or so ago, I was there early enough to see Conroy have a rematch with an old guy called Elvis Dube, and the right hand that he stopped Dube with was an absolute cracker. He just sort of waited for it, counter shot, and came back with this really sharp right hand.
Talking of sharp right hands, I think Ward's just landed with two lovely right hands here, and there seems to be a bit of blood just on the left side of the head there, in the hair of Conroy.
Yeah, I wonder if the heads have come together too. Interesting.
So he's just trying to move to the right there. Conroy trying to get a bit of space for that right hand.
So Ward dictating things from the centre of the ring. And Conroy just looking to explode at any minute. There is certainly blood on the left-hand side of the scalp.
Oh, good right hand there from Conroy. Ward takes it well. That's good from Ward there. Nice little step out. And again, nice fast hands.
Yeah, getting his shots off, and you can see Conroy looking for that counter left hook too.
And that's the thing for Ward. You've got to be in and out with the shots. Don't load up. Don't try and be too heavy-handed. Work what you got for a fight. With a dangerous fighter like Conroy, you work with what you have.
Good left hand to the body from Conroy, but by and large, it's Ward who's been dictating this first round. Little nick to the right eye, I think, of Ward too. Been a night of cuts, hasn't it, so far? Yeah, really interesting start that. Probably Ward's round on balance, I think it's fair to say.
I do. I think Conroy was just having a look at him. Conroy sometimes likes to move around, lure you on to that big right hand of his, but I think he's going to have to be the one pushing the pace for me to make it uncomfortable. But you've got a guy who's technically better than you need to make him work hard. Oh, it's a good right hand there. Oh, and a clash of heads, that might be where the cut just above the right eye came from. Lovely right hand there from Ward to the chin.
You can see the blood's already there, isn't it? The side of the left-hand side of the head of Conroy's. There it is, just sort of smudged down just above, a couple of inches above his ear. Johnny Roy in that corner. His dad's in there as well, Dave, part of the team.
Seconds out, round two.
So into round two. Conroy have had the minute to work on the respective cuts and maybe reformulate the game plan. Conroy having a good look through that first round. Is he perhaps waiting a little too much? Real hushed sense of anticipation. A couple of shots get through there from Conroy.
Good right hand winner from Conroy. Took it well, mind again there. Ward, to his credit. Just don't want to be taking too many of. We're going to take a little step to the right. Jab and a little step to the right.
As ever, whipped into shape over in that Salford gym with Jamie Moore and Nigel Travis. Cheeky shots from Ward up close.
Double jabbing, he's coming forward here, Conroy. One to the chin, one to the chest. Just opened up that cut again above the eye with that little skimming left hand there from Conroy. Yeah, one high, one low, and then a right hand over the top.
Just a little guilty, Conroy, maybe looking for the left hand a little too much.
Good body shots there from Conroy. And again with the left hook, good shot.
Couple of shots getting through. Big right hand from Conroy's covering up. Here Ward not throwing much back. Another big shot. Referee's having a good look. Trying to fight back here off the ropes bravely, Ward. Blood seems to be smeared down his face.
Gotta learn to hold on like that when you get caught with a couple of big shots.
How long we got? Minute to go. Left eye it is. That's the problem now for Ward. Another body shot comes in from Conroy. Oh, left hand gets through. That's a nasty cut on the left eye. Dabs away at Ward.
It's more than a cut, it's a welt as well as a cut, isn't it?
Left-hand side of his face is smeared, and that's a long laceration. That's a serious cut. Referee Steve Gay has a good look. Back comes Ward.
Oh, right hand again over there from Conroy. Nice little 1-2 from Ward, but a big right hand from Conroy.
20 seconds to go. Another couple of big shots from Conroy. He almost threw himself over with the weight of those inside the final 10 seconds of this significant second. Another couple of shots getting through. Steve Gray right in there. That was a torrid round for the quiet man, Stephen Ward.
How are you? Get with me out.
You don't need to fight.
What? Don't be standing, trading. You've got your hands tight. Get that shoulder forward and nudge him into his heels. Don't let him plant his feet like that. Yeah? That stuff we've been working on. Our default defence. Drop that shoulder and nudge him back. Get him on his heels. Yeah?
Here we see something there. Was that the right hand that did the cut, Barry?
I think that it might have been, but the left hook started, that right hander, the left hook started it all off. He landed a solid left hook. I don't think it hurt Ward, but it ignited something into Conroy for this barrage. He knew he landed with a good shot. Because he's a puncher, he fed off that and he just didn't stop raining the punches in.
Threw a lot of punches in that round, Conroy. Used up a lot of energy.
Second time, round 3.
Well, it really is. He has those quite angular features, Stephen Ward. You always feel he has that sort of propensity to cut and mark up. And as Barry says, there's a lot of swelling as well as the cut on that left eye.
Good there from Ward. Nice little 1-2 right hand to the body. He's got that boxing man. He's got a solid left hand. Just to keep Conroy resetting all the time. Every time he looks to mount an attack, you've got to pop that jab in his face.
Fair play, what a response this is, the start of this round from Ward.
You can see Conroy, you just see him grip, squeezing on those gloves, ready to unload that right hand. Maybe too much. Just relax a little feint. He needs here, Conroy.
Well, as ever. Oh, a couple of big shots from Conroy. I don't think he landed clean.
But he has that power, even if he's not going to put you down, it can knock you off balance, knock your senses over. It's
getting on for 3 years that in Conroy, when he's won a fight, he's actually gone the distance.
Oh, good shot there from Ward. Nice little right hand.
Been a good response from the Belfast man. Conroy trying to work the body, whether that's as a a distraction or he's paying for down the road. Oh, a couple of big shots from Conroy, gets through again. Ward may have taken it well.
More than taking well there, Ward did well. He just grabbed hold of Conroy, span him round. So it was a fantastic shot. A little screw shot with the left hand that missed. The right hand, again, the right hand putting him in trouble.
And coming back again with the shot of his own, but that sort of... These punches, you remember, were the ones landed in that flurry from Conroy.
He just went a little bit too tall, didn't he, Conroy? Landed with a lovely right hand. Just needed to just dip his legs a little bit for the second phase of the attack.
What a full-time job, Conroy, as well. Well, Ward is full-time pro. Conroy works in the shipyard down in Barrow, gets up at 6 in the morning, does his run or strength and conditioning, goes to work till 4, and then drives an hour and a half to Johnny Roy's Manchester gym, does a full shift there, and then gets home late and does it all again.
Lovely right hand there from Ward.
Yeah, fair play.
But Conroy holding on.
And Belfast crowd getting into it. Oh, another big left hand from Conroy. Again, Ward takes it. Oh, there's a jab from Conroy. Not seen much of that. Need some more. Bit of blood behind the ear of Conroy now. Back comes Ward. Really is showing plenty in this round. That was a hard round. Really hard round, that.
Breathing here now. Relax. Big deep breaths. Big deep breaths. Suck it up. Yes.
What an effort that was from Stephen Ward right from the start. He had some rocky moments throughout the middle of the round, I think it's fair to say, but what an effort from him.
He landed with some fantastic shots here, Stephen Ward. I think Conroy landed with the heavier, more concussive punches, of course, but I think Ward landed some beautiful shots. And at the end there, a great little fight back from him. It's great because just in the front row you got Martin Murray, of course, cheering on for Stephen Ward, and then right next to him,
Matty
Clarkson, who's in obviously 2014 Fight of the Year by a million miles.
Two absolute warriors, the pair
Two
of them.
warriors screaming on for each of their gym mates.
I was there ringside that night up in Leeds for the Clarkson-Dickinson fight. What, it's 5 or 6 knockdowns that night?
What a fight.
Oh.
Yeah, and then there's a guy who knows how to dig deep and come through.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what Stephen Ward has done so far. And let's not forget, in that second round, he threw a lot of punches, Conroy. He would have just sapped at the energy levels. Oh, big right hand there from Ward.
I can see why Conroy's trying to draw Ward on, because when he hits him with the right hand, he does sort of like buckle the legs every time, but wouldn't he be better coming forward, being a little bit low, slipping, trying to roll underneath and come back there with a little bit of forward momentum behind some of these punches?
Oh, he's home again, a couple of clubbing shots, he tries to wriggle clear, another right hand gets through, he's trying to tie up now, Ward.
He needs the space now, doesn't he, Conroy? Not get too close, let Ward hold.
Just guilty of... Oh! Huge left hand, I think Ward took it well, he's up very quickly.
The footwork there from Conroy, just span around to the right hand side to throw that left hook.
Still 2 minutes.
Shot.
2 minutes to go in the round. Ward got up very quickly, seemed to take the shot well.
And the right hand stumbled Ward there. So Conroy got to push him back, got to use that left hand to get the distance.
And again, Ward trying to tough it out.
Smothered in his own work here, Conroy.
Conroy needs to take a step back. There's the uppercut. Ward sort of manhandling and buying himself some time. Minute and a half to go. Oh, huge right hand again from Conroy, right on the button. You've got to say, the chin so far of Ward. Wow.
And the appetite, let's be honest.
Oh, you can see
known as a pure boxer, but the appetite to want to get stuck in.
And still, here he is, trying to get on the front foot. Blood everywhere. Scalp of Conroy.
Oh, right hand again.
Another right hand. He cannot miss him with the right hand, Conroy.
Oh, good there from Ward. Nice little 1-2. just stands a little bit upright again, doesn't he, Conroy? I said earlier on, if he just dipped his legs a bit.
Might be feeling the pace a bit, Conroy. He just could have been a bit cleverer with his punch selection. No problem going for it, as he did.
You can't blame him for going for it, but I just think he needed to just use that left hand just to pour it on the chest of Ward, just to get a bit of distance so he could get the full leverage on his punches.
Blood's coming down the eyes. It pretty much has done throughout here for Ward, but he's battling through it. Right hand from Ward. Crowd on their feet again. Cannot quell his desire tonight, despite the fact that he's been hurt on numerous occasions. Deep breath from Conroy as he goes back to his corner.
Breathe, get it over. Suck it up, suck it up. You're breaking this kid's heart because you're better than him. He's done his best, yeah? You don't have to fight, you let him go. Now all that hard work, all that conditioning, this is where it comes in now, yeah? You're showing people what heart you've got. Now listen, composure, yeah? Triggers, every time you walk straight in and let your hands go, you drop that right hand. You have to draw it out of him and then go, yeah? Breathe, get it all back. How you feel? Good lad. Looking good, Trigger.
Well, here's the knockdown again. Terrific shot, wasn't it?
But more than the punch, the footwork, he just spins around to the right, so he throws that left hook. He's on the outside of the left hand there of Ward. He just can't defend against it. It's a fantastic move.
Well, Conroy is dominating the exchanges, but you heard the words of advice there from Challenger Track's Jamie Moore in that corner, that he might come down to strength and conditioning, heart, and to be fair to Ward, he's worn all of this pressure in these knockdowns particularly well.
I can't believe we're only in round 5.
And Conroy really was puffing in between rounds.
Oh, good right hand there from Ward.
Yeah, he wore a couple back, but he's still the man coming forward. There's just that sense about Ward tonight that he might just walk through, you know, Ricky Hatton style.
He's all in, he is. I think he's just this is the fight I'm in. Tactically, he should be boxing a little bit more cuter if he possibly could. But I think he's just in and committed now. This is the fight I'm in. I'm just going to fire back.
And he's taken all those shots. That's the thing. He's taken those big, heavy hits from Conroy so far.
He might be tired, Conroy, but he still has that power. It's there, and he sits on that back foot as well. So when you're coming forward there, if you can just get a bit of energy push off that back foot with that right hand, and then Ward's in trouble again.
Nice left hand there from Conroy. Pressure from Ward, not really landing with much.
But being the busy and in the quiet moment.
Fair play to Ward, fair play to him.
Got to take a bigger step out though, Ward, when he throws his shots.
Again, it's Ward taking centre of the ring, getting his shots off first.
Good there from Conroy. Needed a bit of a response, then he'd been quiet for a good 20 seconds.
Oh, nice body shot there from Ward. There is a sense that Conroy's just kind of fending off Ward.
Yeah, looking tired here, isn't he, Conroy?
Yeah, the tank's looking a little empty.
Now this is where Ward, when he got him on the ropes, Ward, you got to take a little pivot round to the side of the body to re-attack.
So that second round, he threw so much leather that round, Conroy, didn't he? And again, of course, the previous one when he had Ward down. Oh, big right hand there from Ward.
You just see a little bit of the fatigue there when Conroy was not blinking at those shots. And again, I don't think he's hurt, but you see his body shudder a little bit. Just he's tired, finding it hard to absorb him.
He's just chipping away, Ward, chipping away. This time Conroy can't quite time him on the way in.
Shot there from Ward again.
Third on the balcony, really getting into it. Good round. Sort of clubbed him round the side of the gloves there, Ward, but he really has come forward to good effect in this round.
Been a huge round for him. After that dreadful last round. Fantastic there from Ward.
And Conroy needs a second wind.
You see how easy he make it?
do anything your lungs at all. Come on, stop like that. What I need you to do now, start working on testing that chin. You need to test that chin now and start working pushing back. Okay, now we've got to dig deep. Championship rounds, I'll give him that round. Okay, so you're down. Now you've got to make it clear what you're doing now. You can do what you're doing, but without moving so much laterally. Start pushing back now. Start pushing back. It's the championship part of the rounds. We understand it's going to be hard. No problem. We'll work for that. Okay? Big deep breaths. Start on a tight guard. Walk him down. Let him trigger off. Counter.
Same again. Draw it out of him. Yeah? Listening? Draw it out of him.
Really interesting there to hear from both corners in between rounds, and Johnny Roy asking Liam Conroy to start walking Ward down now. Let him get his shots off and then punish him. And in the opposite corner, Jamie Moore saying, time to really ask questions of him now physically. Who was that first half of the fight taking more out of? In the face of it, it was Ward, but he's the one seemingly coming on strong. And you'll know, Barry, you'll know better than anyone the different stages a fight can go through and the questions that asks of a fighter mentally and physically.
Yeah, of course. Attrition, the wars like this, which has certainly been from the offset, you can be winning the fight, but mentally break.
He's going to the body ward there, you see it again. First uppercut from Conroy. He seems to be happy for the respite up close.
Good there from Ward. And again, nice little spin off the rope.
And again, a sort of tired swipe from Conroy. Seems to be really feeling the pace after those early exertions. And it's maybe that mentally as well, having thought you might have your man on the way out, to kind of regroup and have to go again.
Good body shot there from Stephen Ward.
Exchanging shots up close.
And again with the right hand, and the Conroy's not in trouble to go down for those shots. You can just see it's just draining his energy.
Oh, there's a couple of shots that maybe wobbling Ward earlier on. Perhaps he's getting used to the pain. Maybe the power, just something off it for Conroy now.
It's good there from Ward. And all the momentum at the minute's in Ward's favour. Just needs to be turning around the body there, Ward, when he's attacking, not keep going in straight lines.
A grimace there from Ward. I think the heads might have come close together again.
Needs that second win now, Conroy, desperately.
He's back on the jab though, a bit better from Conroy now. Tries to listen to his corner. He wasn't all that effective coming forward, but he has been so far off the back foot.
2 rounds on a trot and there's always been no box for me. And he looks shattered, really, really tired.
Nice jab though from Conroy.
Left hand there from Conroy.
And he tried to lean in with the right hand, getting a bit scrappy, getting a bit tired. Better from Conroy, but also more of the same from Ward. It really is coming down to fitness and will, isn't it? Fitness and will.
No, it really is. I just think, Conroy needs, he's definitely, if he can't get that second win, I find it harder he comes back. I got Ward just ahead now, that thinking those last 2 rounds. Just the better boxing and the better engine right now is from Stephen Ward.
You can see the reaction there from Ward. You can see on his face, he does look like he's wearing the pace much, much better.
Second fight, round 7.
The eye, although not pretty, hasn't got significantly worse. We're trying to get off first again at the start of this 7th. Slightly leaning with those shots, Conroy.
But a bit more bounce in his step, which might mean, you know, he's just got a bit more energy in his legs. Maybe he can mount another attack here, Conroy, because he needs it.
He has repeatedly been going to that left-hand side of the body, Ward, throughout this contest.
Oh, you don't want to waste that energy if you're a tired fighter like that. Got to set those right hands up, double the jab. Up and down with the jab, and then the right hand over the top there for Conroy. That's the combination he needs.
Oh, nice uppercut there from Conroy. Not quite the same weight in the shots as there was earlier on. Blood streaming again from the eye of Ward. Still he's trying to come forward, but a better run for Conroy. And the amazing thing in this will be the punch resistance of Ward has been impressive throughout. I think that's something people might just have wondered about coming into this.
With the engine as well, because when you get hit down heavy and you get hurt, which he had for those first few rounds constantly.
We're going to have a look at the eye, Paddy. The swelling's pretty nasty. Did they say it was a punch or heads?
It's a punch, I think.
It looked like a punch earlier on, didn't it?
Interesting to see what happens here now.
I think he's going to call. Oh, is he going to call it? No, fine, we're on. Oh, the 1 or 2, 1 or 2 deep breaths among the Belfast faithful.
And left hook there from Conroy. Again, close.
He's dabbing away. Another right hand goes in from both men. Good response from Ward, but it was Conroy who landed the cleaner shots. It's been an important round, I think, this for Conroy.
Oh, that eye is terrible.
I think when we looked at it earlier, both landed. That eye is a mask of blood. I think when we looked at it earlier, Barry. Another right hand goes in there. I think when we looked at it earlier, we thought it was a punch that landed.
Oh, getting left hook there from Conroy in that little exchange.
Oh, a couple of big shots. Ward's in a bit of trouble here. Still, huge right hand. Trying to fight back. Conroy goes all out. Steve Gray right on it. And the bell might come to his rescue, blinking away. Blood everywhere. And a couple of huge right hands. And he can only just get back to his corner, Ward.
He's so good because you're fighting. You don't need to fight him. Box his fucking ears off.
You shut the door in his face when he wants to put his fight. Please, have a look at the blue. It's okay, relax, right inside.
Stephen, breathe. You've got this fight, lad. Don't slow this away. Go to hard work for training camp. You don't need to fight back.
The decision
Well, interesting. Just Barry, I just stepped up to grab a word with Steve Gray, just to double check how the cut it was viewed and decided as you look back on some of this.
So look at this.
He was one punch away from defeat.
He was so committed, Conroy. He almost slipped over himself there, his feet coming forward.
Well, there's blood everywhere.
That was a bad exchange there for Ward. But the last 2 punches he took right at the end of the round, and he went back to the corner really unsteady on his legs.
Well, they're taking every second to put that eye back together effectively. Blood everywhere. No wonder Conroy slipped as we move into this 8th round. Steve Gray said all head clashes. All head clashes. I wonder if that's something we're going to look back on.
Well, obviously means now it would go to the scorecards if that
Yes.
cut would be stopped.
Yes, and immediately you just saw a little bit of the Vaseline fly out of that cut. It's bleeding again.
A little bit. Oh, lovely from Ward. Lovely 1-2. After that bit of onslaught in the last 30 seconds of that round, to be nice and sharp at the start of this, his fitness has been really filled in the tank tonight. Ward.
Oh, and a big right hand from him too. His effort and application has been, it's not the sort of contest we expected from him, but it's been absolutely terrific.
Beautiful job from Ward. Again, Conroy, just like he did in round 4, going into round 5, he don't step on the gas. He had a tremendous end of the round. This is when he need to be putting it all over Ward.
But you know what? Every one of Conroy's winning rounds has almost been like a 10-8 round.
Yeah.
They're going to have another look. This potentially could work in Ward's favour, this. We'll have a real good look at it. The doctor isn't up on the ring apron. Look at that gash. It is a nasty cut. I think he says, "Are you okay?" The referee says if he's okay, it's okay. I think Conroy's got to jump on him.
The thing is, though, a fighter would very rarely say it wasn't okay.
Oh, of course. Oh, big right hand again from Conroy. I think he knows his corner saying he's got to go after it. Halfway through the 8th round, no drama yet. Plenty of that for Stephen Ward all the way through. Another big, almost like gulp of blood seeping out of his eye. He slipped. I think it was a slip. There's so much blood everywhere. It's down the socks. It's down the crowd thought it was a knockdown.
Well, he slipped and his feet to come forward, but it was a jab that put him on, a jab to the chest that helped him on his way, man.
Oh, right hand. Right hand gets through from Conroy again. Steve Gray straight in there, warning him about the arm. Oh, body shot in there as well. Still 40 seconds to go in this round. Oh, another big round for Conroy. Blood absolutely everywhere. It's on Barry's shirt. It's on the nose.
That'll be it.
The doctor's actually calling him across. You know when the doctor calls him across, that's it. They're going to call it now. Head clash. We'll go to the cards. And we'll try and get the early stages. The crowd will think that he's been stopped. But we will go to the cards. We will go to the cards.
I tell you what, it's close. I think Ward's won more rounds than Conroy, but Conroy's had
and they include this round, Barry, up to the point.
Well, I'm not quite sure if they include this round, then for me, I think Conroy was winning this round. He might have won the fight.
Might have won the last round too. Has he done enough? It's usually up to and including the time of the stoppage.
But what a fight so far! What an unbelievable hard scrap that has been. Really has.
Just confirming for all those that are sort of scurrying around and trying to work from memory. I'm pretty sure that was the case. Just checking one of the ringside judges, and that is indeed the case. They will up to and including the time of the stoppage or the referee's intervention. So a technical decision coming up. How have you got it, Barry?
Well, with that last round, obviously Conroy was winning that last round pretty big. I think, by the way, Ward started the round off really well, but Conroy had him in a bit of trouble. So you've got to give Conroy the last round. And I've got it level on rounds, but with the knockdown, that gives Conroy a 1-point lead. On my card means nothing, of course.
I suspect they'll have to do it again.
Well, you'd want to see it, wouldn't you? I think, and also, look, all questions that have been asked look, we've seen Conroy dig deep before. We know how tough he is and how hard he hits. All the questions were on Ward, of course. This was a step up for him. But whatever happens with who wins the fight, he's answered a lot of questions. Get off the floor, be hurt, fitness when you're in the trouble, because getting hit with heavy shots takes all your energy out of you, and he's shown tremendous appetite, fitness, and so did Conroy. It was a fantastic fight, really was.
Yeah, both men will gain and earn so much out of this for themselves, their reputations, and in the eyes of the fans too. One thing is for sure, Stephen Ward deserves a rest. and a bit of time off to welcome that new baby coming in a couple of months. So Terry's got the score sheet, the abacus, the calculator, whatever. I think he's got everything. Well, let's get the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to the cut sustained by the blue corner, we go to the scorecards as it was an accidental head clash that caused the laceration. We go to the scorecards. Judge Ennietti scores the bout 76-75. Judge Liu scores the bout 76-75. And Judge Edwards scores the bout 76-75. All in favour of your winner by unanimous decision. And new WBO European Light Heavyweight Champion, Stephen Ward!
Ward digs it out. He digs it out. Did he ride his luck? Well, he earned it. I think you have to say he earned it tonight.
He earned it. I had it a point the other way, but you know you can't argue with that at all for me, not at all. It was a real tight-knit fight, you know, and you got to be happy for him because you know so he had to go through hell tonight to get his first title, and nothing like winning out. Whatever the belt means to people on the outside, to the guys in the ring, it's everything. And to get it and to win it through a wall of attrition like that is a badge of honour.
Well, this belt earned Robin Krasnicki his tilt and Nathan Cleverly's WBO full title. He's also earned Anthony Yard his high ranking with the WBO and theoretically a shot at Kovalev. So it has been a stepping stone before, but I think one thing's for sure, those guys deserve a rest and the fans would love to see it again. And look at that smile from Stephen Ward. He said he would rise to the occasion, and he had to crawl through hell sometimes to come out the other side.
But I say, you know, because like for me, Liam Conroy has already answered questions have been asked of Liam Conroy throughout his career, and he's answered them already in the past. So we knew what he was all about. But with Stephen Ward, there were still questions to be answered. What was he like when he gets really hit by a big puncher, or when he got to get off the floor, or you know, when he's seriously hurt, when he's knackered, when he's being dragged into a dogfight? All these questions had to be answered, and he answered them tonight because he not only, you know, every time he got hurt, he came back and won the next round, and that's a testament not just to his physical fitness, but his mental toughness, that will to win, which you can't teach people.
And he looked out of there, didn't he? He looked on the verge of being stopped not once but twice, maybe 3 times, but definitely that late round where he was down and then wobbled, and the doctor stepped in 2 or 3 times, and finally doctor called it off. And here we see some of the action. It was a pulsating fight, wasn't it, from start to finish. Ward started so brightly, and then Conroy's power looked like it was going to be the telling factor. He definitely went all in this second round, Conroy, and that threatened to derail his challenge, as it took him a few rounds, quite a few rounds, to settle back, even although he hurt Ward on numerous occasions, including that knockdown with a counter left hook there. I suppose despite the knockdown, maybe some people will wonder about the 2-point swing in Ward's favour, but what an effort from him, and we would love to see it again. And there's that moment where it looked like he was just maybe seconds away from being stopped, but he dug in and he fought back, and he showed tremendous character and heart tonight to get himself through that, out the other side, and guess what? As a champion as well. Blooded, cut, bruised and battered, but unbowed, the new champion. Wardy is with Sophia and Barry.
Stephen, wow, that was absolute war in there. You showed such incredible heart and strength of your mind to pull yourself through that. Firstly, huge congratulations, WBO European title. What an amazing feeling.
Yeah, what a night, you know. Kudos to Conroy, you know, came off the back, what a performance, got himself in line for the British title. Fought, you know, came up against Boatsy, obviously no shame, Boatsy's a phenomenal fighter. But straight off the bat, he's wanted to get straight back in, and I'm just grateful for him for coming over. tough as nails. He is like tough as old boots.
I was going to say, you're not the only one who's tough. Your chin, honestly, was. Did you realise how strong you actually were? Was this the ultimate test for you, I guess?
No, I always knew he was fit. To be honest, at times, you know, sometimes you worry about your chin, like what I would say. I'm a textbook boxer, usually by normal, and sometimes we're trying to hit a bit harder. Today, maybe got caught up in that a wee bit too much, but at least I know how that box ticks in my head if I ever need to tap into it.
Steve, do you feel like you've answered a few questions? Because as you said, we know your boxing skill is impeccable. There was always questions about, because you are such a good boxer, the lack of power, putting people away, or the strength, or what you like being in a dogfight, in a war, getting off the floor. Do you feel like you proved people wrong now, or answered those questions?
I think I've answered questions in my own head. Don't know about anyone else, you know, but I think for myself, at least I know now if it gets tough in there, I can dig deep. Jamie knows that. Jamie's always do that. He's always been whispering in my ear every sparring session, but now I know I've got it. Don't necessarily want to be tapping into it, to be honest. I'd rather be peekaboo style and run away every time, but sure.
So what did it take? Because the round when you went down and another round later, when you had a really hard round, you come back, not only survive, you come back to win the next round. What did that feel? What was that? Did you have a lot of questions in the round?
No, I feel like I knew I had it in me. I was a bit more annoyed at myself for getting caught stupid shots, to be honest with myself. And I hear your voice in there, to be honest, because sometimes I hear you saying about, you know, boxing's my style, and sometimes they end up getting out of that. But look, like you know yourself, it's good to know you have that there if you need to tap into it. Don't necessarily want to, like, but.
Well, this pushes you up the WBO rankings clearly, and ESPN Plus, you've opened it to a huge audience. What's next?
My wife is 7 months pregnant.
Oh yeah, other than that, you're having a baby, of course.
I've been away for 7 months. I'm looking well for having a baby, but no, I've been away. It's 3 fights in this back of 4 months. We've just been in the gym constantly. Hopefully I get a new date tomorrow. So you might not be too happy about that.
How important is that? No, the guys, they've got some quality in the gym, and they come to support you. How important is that for you?
Phenomenal. Even the night I can hear from them in the background. You know, we're together a lot. You know, Rob's a good friend, does a lot for me inside out. It's stuff that people don't see. Do you know what I mean? And tonight he was there, and I could hear his voice in the background telling me to box, and never know. I might have got put to sleep a wee bit earlier if I hadn't listened to him.
You had the box, you had the fight, but most importantly, you got that belt and you're a champion, Steve, so congratulations, Stephen Ward.
Thank you. I'd like to thank Jamie and Nige and Andy and Gareth as well, everyone behind me, phenomenal, my sponsors. I'm getting there slowly but surely.
Listen, again, congratulations. We're going to throw to Alex now to close the show off for us.
Yeah, do you know what? He deserves 2, 3, 4 mics in his face, doesn't he, after that? And I think there are actually interviews and film crews and all sorts. People are queuing up to say hello to the new champion. And boy, has he earned his moment in the spotlight. What a fantastic fight that was. Hope you've enjoyed the action here in Belfast. But you know what? Less than 24 hours to go, and we'll be in Glasgow to do it all again. And we've got a Commonwealth title fight. The young Scottish star Lee McGregor hoping to light up Glasgow tomorrow night on ESPN Plus. Make sure you tune in for that on IFL TV as well. There'll be more of the same from all of us in Belfast. It's goodbye for now.
So turn me up real loud. My time. None of you people can tell me to stop. Yeah. So what are you afraid?